Whoa. Beautiful. How many birds do you have?
I think we have, let me see, I think it's like 275 flying now. But in the back, there's a couple of birds that are not ours. And we're going to give them back to that guy.
So that's kind of part of it too, that other birds will come and then you catch them and then...
Yes. Yeah. That's why we got that cage over there and it's full of those birds. We caught a couple of birds, and with that we'll buy some feed and stuff like that. And we'll try to catch 8 or 9 birds, and that'll buy a sack. That's good for our pocket, Bill. You can buy a sack. One of my uncles bought this house a long time ago. The other 2 brothers, they raised pigeons in a yard, and then they brung them here. Because my other uncle said it was okay to have them here. My other uncle was very quiet. He didn't know. You already seen him. But it was my father and my other uncle, Raymond. And that's how I started learning, feeding the pigeons and all that. And like if you look at the water cans, they didn't have those water cans. They had the metal water cans, but you could get a green film around there. And my father used to say, "Oh, you gave the birds water?" I said, "Yeah, I will give them water." And he goes, "Okay, so here, you drink this water." That's how he taught me. You drink this water and you tell me how it tastes. And I said, "No, it's green." Exactly. Clean it. That's how he taught me how to, do pigeons. And I remember, and I kept remembering as I grow older and more experienced. And then, I stopped pigeons for a while when I got married. So, and then one day I just came up here and there was a whole bunch of flocks. All these people. There was like maybe 200 flocks out here. And that got me back into the pigeon again. I was only out maybe 10 years from the pigeon game.
Okay.
When I had my daughter, and I said, "All right, let me get some pigeons." I built a little 5x5 there. Before you know it, it was crazy.
Both my grandfathers, one was a trainer of fighting cocks in Puerto Rico. The other grandfather raised pigeons to eat. So I've been around animals most of my youth. When we moved over to Brooklyn from Puerto Rico, I lived in Williamsburg in the south side. And there they had a lot of pigeon fanciers around. So the guy would actually sell some to my mother to eat, to make soup and stuff like that. So I got a chance to go up to their roof and hang out with them a couple of times. And that's how I took the feeling for the pigeons. Then we moved over here to East New York, where I had our first coop, corner Decatur and Evergreen. A couple of years there until I was 15, 16. And I joined the Army in 1979. With that feeling always there with you, I retired in 2003, came back home, and ran into a couple of old friends that had pigeons too. We got that fever again. And that's, we teamed up with one fella. We rest in peace now, Mikey. Passed away several years back. And I flew with him for a couple of years.
Okay, they came back, so now I don't have to worry about it. But when we raise pigeons, we order these bands. I got this guy to get these bands, and they say Brooklyn Woodbine's Loft. You see it right there. And then they got a couple of pictures of two pigeons, which is cool. I don't know where he got them. I think somewhere in Asia, somewhere out there. These are different kinds too. Yeah. Real cheap, so that's good. We got the old ones, and I think one of them says Woodbines, How Ho. We call it How Ho because all these hawks around here. But this is an old band. We keep this one here. This was one of our old birds that passed away, so took the band off just to keep it here. But yeah, this is the bands for this year that we're gonna put on all our flights, which is pretty cool. I bet you nobody's have seen this before.
Me and Dave connected in 2008 and been here ever since then. Dave is a good fella, you know, he works. We both could take care of the birds. We always split everything in half. Cost of the feed, medicine, which is the most expensive nowadays, and just taking care of the pigeons, you know, and raising them. I do my part, he does his part. I mean, I get to be up here more often because I'm retired, and just wait for Dave to retire so I can sit back and watch him do stuff like he's doing now. You know, we got an up and down, but hey, who doesn't, right? It's almost like a matrimony, marriage sometimes. But for me, it's just a peace of mind, you know what I'm saying? Been in war, so I mean, for me, just relaxes my mind. Watching the pigeons fly, just most of the time you're staring at them, just give me a peace of mind. You know, I could do other stuff, but I prefer doing this here.
They'll come over here soon.
The hawks are kind of a big problem, huh?
Yeah, but you know, can't do nothing about that. You know, they here to stay.
Ray, you were saying about that thing about JFK, about how they brought the hawks there.
Right. They brought them here because there was too many seagulls and too many pigeons in the runway. So they brought them here for that purpose, to scare away the pigeons and the seagulls. But then they migrated here. You know. There they go. Look, right here. Look, see him? That's the coop stork right there. He was chasing that bird. Now look at the pigeons. If you see the pigeons, they right on top of him, and they just keep their eye on him. They don't lose sight of him. There's a lot of cleaning, medication, making sure that the birds are healthy and stuff like that, because they'll go down like in a jiffy. If you see one sick, you know 10 are sick. A lot of work. You got to change the water every day, and the feed got to be fresh. We give them the best. So that's why they fly the best. They were flying yesterday, beautiful. Yesterday, the hawk was all over them, and they were flying real nice, real nice. Teasing the hawk, chasing the hawk around, teasing the hawk, always behind the hawk. So that was good. I'm sure a lot of these people were out just watching them.
Majority of the birds up on the roof, they're all bred here. Most of the time we just have our own birds. It's better that way. Keeps the sickness away from them. We joined a flight club out in Long Island, and that was a whole different ball game there. Most of the fellas there, they don't fly their birds. They just breed just to show. You know, a little pigeon pageant. It was hard to try to get to their standards because there's so many competitors there, and they're very aggressive competitors to get that perfect pigeon, you know. And we worked on it. You know, we try to do both, fly pigeons and show pigeons. You could do it, you know, but it takes too much of you. We had placed in first place a couple of times, and then after a while, it just wasn't fun no more that way. You know, and we go back to the flying the birds was better that way. You know, you don't have to. I mean, I still concentrate on the breeding for those perfect features that we're looking for. But I'd rather have them out. Majority of the birds that I have out, most of the flyers won't let them out. You know, so, well, we're looking for the color, a good rich color, long beaks, more refined head feature, more narrow, flight tips, which are the white tips. The club standards is minimum is 6. Here, we have a thing, me and David, that no less than 7 is what we're looking for, you know. And if you have that on all your birds, then you're fine. It's easy to spot a stray bird in your flock. You got 3 little white feathers, and you know it ain't yours. The size of the bird, you know, that all comes into play. I look at my pigeons. I said, okay, I'm gonna put this female with this male here, and see what they give me, you know. So you try to get a different bloodline to get those special features that we're looking for. Separate them for a while, let them get that urge. You let them go, they'll start dropping eggs, all of them at the same time. So you make your preparations. Once you see birds that are mated off, you buy a box of nest bowls made out of cardboard, and you can put them on the selected pairs. So this way it'll be more comfortable for when the bird drops the egg, it won't break on you. So they'll use most of their feathers. If they don't have no straw, they'll use their feathers. I like to use tobacco stems, I think because the smell of the tobacco keep the lice and flies off of them that bother them. A lot of grit, which is seashells crushed up, mineral, that also provides calcium for the pigeon, which makes the eggshell harder. So when they drop it, it won't break, you know. Really, it doesn't take long. It doesn't really take long. As long as the bird stays healthy, you have to medicate them before you start your breeding program. And you try not to disturb them while they're nesting. You try not to clean too often, because all the droppings inside the coop, that's their bacteria now. The first couple of days, they don't feed them feed. They give them what they call crop milk. There's some milk that develops in the parents, and that's what they feed the babies. The health, cleanliness, that's what maintains your bird in good condition.
How long in total do you think you've been doing this? How many years?
Mostly all my life. Except 10 years, maybe 15 years I wasn't doing it. Maybe 15 years. Because I moved to Connecticut. That was a couple of years. You know, it brings out the kid in you, I guess. I love these pigeons, you know. I wish I had more time. I can't wait till I retire because I'll be up here all the time. You know, like Carlo. I think I'll be fighting with Carlo. It's my turn. Leave him alone. But even at work, I think about them. Like, you know, right now it's all quiet. All you hear is horns. That's it. You be up here and, you know, and yeah, you think you look at your pigeons and you're by yourself. Nobody can tell you nothing. You know, it's like your own world up here. Like me and Carlos will come up here, we'll drink a couple of beers and a bottle, and that's all we talk about is pigeons and people that talk, you know, stupid, whatever, you know, we just make fun of them. We make fun of a lot of people and hope that our flock will come out, you know, that's what we wait for, a flock to come out.